Okay. Saya faham, I know you all are very busy, so we have some statement, especially in some of the technical terms. Both statements are in response to accusation by the Barisan Nasional. Statement number 1 on autonomy. The Chief Minister said, when you are CM, you never fight for autonomy. You never talk about autonomy. So my reply is, we have always been fighting for autonomy. When we were in government, I give here 6 examples. There are more. But this is all from my memory. There are more examples. At that time in 1995, there was a proposal by Datuk also Sukam when he was a federal minister of local government. And this was rejected by the state. And then the Employment Act, and then the gaming license, indoor water consortium, these were all rejected. At the same time, we were able to get back the state power to export round logs. And then, on the foreign workers issue, state government also got back its power to jointly handle foreign worker issues. These are some examples, but actually, after the March 2008 tsunami, when the federal Barisan Nasional has to depend on Sabah and Sarawak to form the government, this is what I call once in a lifetime opportunity to reset the Malaysia button. You know, reset like the video machine, you reset. One more time, start again. To reset the Malaysia button. CM Datuk Musa is the head of the government of Sabah. He should not let this opportunity pass without fighting to get our autonomy back. Why should he be scared to fight? You're talking about, he was implying corruption against me. I think he is talking about himself. He has so far not responded to so many allegations against him, including the MSCC detention of his cronies, some of whom are from Sandakan, alleged mandering and so on. He did not say anything about the 3 million acres of maritime lost to Brunei. And in Parliament, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that in return for the L&M blocks surrender to Brunei, we are expected to get investment by the Brunei government, meaning a high-tech biotechnology project in Iskandar Johor and Sabah. And 1 month before the signing of the L&M blocks to Brunei, the Southern Brunei was supposed to visit Sandakan. And the date was 4th and 5th February. The talk at that time in Sandakan, the talk in Sandakan at that time was that the Brunei Sultan supposed to buy some projects in Sandakan and invest in Sandakan. Somehow, the weather was so bad that the plane carrying the Sultan cannot land in Sandakan. Somehow. And after that, he went back to Brunei, and our Chief Minister went there to sign L&M. Now, is there a link on these two things? I.e. the loss of L&M and the Brunei investment in Sandakan. We also want to know what happened to the 601 million loan by SDB to a KL company for an Ambang project. Sandakan, you see, the economy is so down. You look at Bandar Lela, Ramai-Ramai, Tanah Merah. There's very little business activity going on. Why was the 601 million given to one company in Kuala Lumpur? And then the state government, as far as I know, Sabah state government from independence until now, for the last 40 over years, never had a sovereign debt. That means an otang by the state government. Agencies are there. Yayasan Sabah, SECO, they do business, they have government, they have private loans. But never the state treasury have taken a loan before. But as of this year, this state government have taken a loan in the form of a 5-year bond of 544 million. Our YBs in the assembly have been asking for answers from the state government on where this 500 million will be spent, which are the projects to invest. So far, it's complete blackout of what has happened to this 544 million ringgit. I'm also very suspicious why today the Chief Minister said nice things about two ex-leaders of SAPP, Dr. Hugh Ginju and YB Jimmy Wong. I become suspicious why the Chief Minister is praising two DAP MPs, simply because he said SAPP good leaders have left. So he implied that Jimmy Wong and Dr. Hugh are good leaders. You should remember, Jimmy Wong called him a vacuum cleaner in the assembly. Okay, that's on autonomy. Next is on the saham amanah. Today, the Barisan Nasional Secretary for Sabah, Datuk YB Rahman Dahlan, talk about the saham amanah again. We are, of course, expecting this to be one of the subjects that BN will use, because they have no other subject to use. Balik use this expired issue. But since he talked about it, we will now challenge the Chief Minister to declassify all official documents related to Saham Sabah. The board meetings, the minutes of board meetings, the minutes of the investment committee meeting, who gave the instruction to buy what share and sell at what price, all these are information. Our YB, Datuk Liu, and YB Melani in the assembly repeatedly have called for a white paper so that this information will be known. I am not able to give the details because this is subject to OSA. If I were to divulge on some information that have now been uncovered, they will take me to court, go under OSA, they will give me a red card, and so on and so on. I am not going to fall into that trap. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I move one step forward. I move the subject one step further by saying the main reason why the BN government strongly object to the white paper is because Chief Minister Datuk Musa Ahmad knows that UMNO top leaders are the actual culprits who influence Saham Amanah Sabah to buy shares in UMNO leaders related listed company for personal gain. I now make that statement. It was the fall in these prices, in these shares, that eventually led to the decline in SAS. Since Datuk Musa knows this information, he is using it to keep those UMNO leaders in check. And the other minister who always talk about this is Dr. Yong. At first, he might have mistaken that I was behind Saham Amanah Sabah. After he became a minister, he knew that UMNO leaders, not me, are involved. But he dare not support the white paper because he is scared to offend UMNO leaders and for fear of losing his own ministerial position. Therefore, he could continue to receive the benefits at the expense of betraying his own conscience by continuing to lie to the people of Sabah. I reiterate my stand to challenge Datuk Musa and Datuk Yi to classify the documents immediately and review the names of the UMNO leaders involved so that the people would know who the real culprits are. At the same time, Yi should apologize to the people of Sabah for lying and misleading our people. On the record, I said it for the third time, Dr. Yong is a liar, pembohong. he can sue me anytime. Thank you. This is the handset copy in the assembly, where Dr. Imojai objected to the white paper on Saham Amanah Sabah. He even insulted the Dewan by calling a government white paper as toilet tissue paper. It is now up to the government of the day to show us who the real culprits are in Saham Amanah Sabah.